No, this one's not his fault.
Okay.
Definitely got game notes.
Dev's going to post the show. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the pregame lounge. Yes, here we are, like we never left.
I know, dude. Is this a mistake?
Not a mistake. This is the NBA schedule. The NBA regular season schedule.
No, I mean, is the NBA a mistake?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. We are here ahead of Nuggets Hornets, getting you set for that game. Live from the Toyota pregame lounge, and we're presented by Miller Lite. Always Miller time. A shout out to Miller Lite. I will definitely be having a couple of those in a little bit.
Dude, let's get one with a straw. Oh, I'm sorry. A paper straw.
Paper straws suck.
I know, dude.
The worst invention ever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Paper straws suck.
We're here to get you set for Nuggets Hornets, and we got a lot to talk about with the Nuggets on this back-to-back. I'm Harrison Wynn, joined by Brendan Vogt.
Dry January is over. I'm drinking this unlabeled bottleneck beer.
Whoa, so
dude.
did you, 100% honesty,
Yeah,
you committed and followed through on Dry January?
I did.
Can I ask you a follow-up question? Are you better in any way
No.
for it?
Are you more?
Did you-
Are you?
No.
Is your life worse off now than it was on December 31st?
Not kidding.
Did you lose 1 pound?
I gained weight because I just ate more.
What about mentally?
You know, didn't notice a difference.
And the second it's over, you're just right back on the hooch.
Yeah.
You wake up this morning, like, thank God, February 1st.
Look, it's just Saturday, and they're playing the Hornets, and you haven't heard the injury report yet.
Alarm goes off.
All right.
All right, let's go. Let's go, baby.
Wet February's on, dude.
Also joined by D-Line.
Wet
So
February.
earlier today, myself, and Lindsay went to help a diehard patient move. We're that committed to the community.
Patient?
Patients.
Oh,
We helped. I thought he said patient.
We helped patients
So, yeah, we're
move.
expanding.
And then, but I ate a bunch of gummies, and then we tried to make content about it, and we sent Kale a jumble of unusable content.
I do have to flame D-Line a little bit here. He called me and he was like, I have this
It was going to be a great
I have
piece.
this whole office themed bit about me not helping her actually move. And then
that's funny in theory.
No, it was great. It would have been great.
He sent me a second and a half long videos.
I didn't take those. That was Lindsay took those. Lindsay, she did. I left content up to the clueless. Anyway,
it was pretty funny. I texted him an hour later, after trying to put something together. I was like, "Do you have any longer videos?" He was like, "Nope."
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, sounds like a good
so just
Saturday.
imagine how funny that would have been.
Yeah. Also joined by superstar Dev a little later on, hopefully. I just hope Dev gets here for the betting segment.
Well, Dev's not on the show today.
Yeah,
as it
not
turns
only
out.
that, it's
really?
scheduled that he's not coming on.
He told us many times that he's not going to be on. Yeah.
Not on him. We are going to make the joke. It's not his fault, though.
All right, then. Nuggets are in Charlotte, last game of the road trip. And, hey, trying to get their second win, the road trip after last night against the 76ers. What do we got for game notes?
Well, they're playing the Charlotte Hornets, who are not the worst team in the Eastern Conference, fellas.
Hey.
They're the second worst team in the Eastern Conference. They are 12-33, only 25.5 games behind the Cleveland Cavaliers. They are 8-17 at home, and they've lost their last 3. They have lost to the Clippers, the Brooklyn Nets, and the Los Angeles Lakers. And we can take a look at the injury report because there are a couple of important updates for both teams. Peyton Watson, fellas, popped up on the injury report today. He is out with a right knee sprain.
I remember him getting hurt last night, and then didn't really think anything of it until I saw the news today.
Wait, who's out?
P1.
P1 is out with a right knee sprain. He will join Russell Westbrook, who is out with a left hamstring strain, and we did see him leave that game early last night, not to return. So Russell Westbrook, Peyton Watson are out for the Nuggets. The Hornets have a lengthy injury report, fellas. LaMelo Ball, all-star snub, I say. He also will not play tonight. Left ankle sprain. Trey Mann is out with disc irritation. Cody Martin is out with a sports hernia.
Ouch.
Brandon Miller is out with that right wrist ligament repair.
Bro, I swear to God, every team we play has 7
All
to
year
8
long.
players out.
Nuggets too,
All
by
year,
the way.
I know. It's insane.
Josh Okogie out, left hamstring strain. And of course, Grant Williams out, right ACL repair.
So Michael Mullen was asked about this Peyton Watson injury before the game, and he said doesn't have a clear picture on it yet. Wants the injuries, P. Watts and Russell Westbrook's, to calm down a bit and have the doctors look at things back in Denver. So no real update. I mean, it doesn't seem like anything is seriously wrong, or else we probably would know by now. But I mean, right knee sprain, hamstring strain, like those aren't just like a 1-game thing. I feel
No,
like
thank
they
goodness.
might be out a couple games.
Thank goodness the All-Star break is at least approaching, because a little lengthy stretch off for
And
those guys
especially
might be
hamstring
needed.
strain, my least favorite injury if I'm a team.
Truly.
Yeah, 100%. And Westbrook, who we know, is a guy who goes 100 miles per hour.
Yeah.
So the starting 5 for the Hornets, the last time they played, was Micic, Smith, Green, Bridges, and Gibson. I haven't seen their starters tonight yet, fellas. I'm going to keep looking. For the Nuggets, it's going to be the same start. Oh, we have the harder starters right now, actually. They welcome Mark Williams back tonight, so he will start.
He's been out for them too. They're starting center.
Yeah, so it's going to be Vasa, Nick Smith Jr., Josh Green, Miles Bridges, and Mark Williams. And the Nuggets are rolling with that same starting lineup they debuted. Or I'm sorry, not with that same starting lineup, because Russell Westbrook is out. So Christian Brown will be in there.
So the opening night starters: Jamal Murray, Christian Brown, Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic. They're back. Are you excited? What are you looking for tonight?
Well, I am. I don't know. I'm excited in that we've had a couple players playing well. I'm excited to see if that can continue. Obviously, Christian Brown has been turning it on pretty regularly, moving between the starting lineup and the backup unit. And to be honest, I would prefer to see more of that, to see if that theory.
You've been wanting some consistency.
Yeah, I just want
with
to
the
like I want
lineups.
them to figure it out. Like, but you know, in that we're not able to. Like, I just want to see guys find some connectivity, communication, and just a little bit of defense.
Yeah. What I'm looking forward to watching this new starting lineup, and you can see it's the second note there on the rundown. I think in theory, this starting 5 that they've got tonight: Murray, Brown, Porter, Gordon, Jokic. The best version of the Nuggets, I think it's that 5 eventually. Right now, it might not be the best version. I think right now, you still really need just the ball handling and the pressure that Russell Westbrook can put on the defense. But like, if Jamal Murray is Jamal Murray, and it seems like he's trending towards being that guy, you know, if you just look back at last night.
What do we have to say? Like, at what point is this not a conversation anymore? Just kidding. It's the pervasive conversation that's been his entire
It's
year.
probably after the playoffs, honestly.
Like, is there truly a back for Jamal Murray?
I think it's if he's the guy in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, unless he just has a month where it's just 20 points, 20 points, 20 points, 20 points.
I mean, he's not that far off.
He
of
is
that.
not that far off from.
And it doesn't
what
feel
he's
like. I
been
mean,
doing
I know
recently.
the bacometer, whatever, but like, I just don't like. I don't know what it means for Jamal Murray to be back anymore.
It's a valid point. Yeah.
You
It
know
is
what
a
I did
valid
realize
point.
also? Dev's not here. I'm gonna man spread, dude.
Yeah, like that's what I was gonna say. We could change up the set for the post game, but like,
not- I like
you
that.
could just have the whole couch. Also.
like that.
Does it look like I'm not wearing pants?
Can you do the Roman, like,
Bro, you look like Alan on The Hangover.
yeah.
Yeah.
In that one shot.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
you do like the senator with the grapes? You know what I mean?
The George Costanza.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of George Costanza.
Yeah.
So yeah, where were we? Jamal Murray being back. Yeah, I think it's probably just something we'll know or not know based on what happens in the playoffs. That's my feeling on it. What are you looking for tonight?
Defense energy, not sleepwalking through a matchup where you're playing the Hornets who are missing guys. Not going to hold my breath for it, to be honest. Saturday, second half of back-to-back on the road. And again, it's just there's a bit of human nature, and Denver definitely is prone to this kind of play down mental lapse. So are they going to play any defense at all? Is Jokic going to play any defense at all?
Yeah.
And you know, he was, by the way, almost a peak Jamal Murray Jokic game last night where he was consensus bad just long enough for everyone to rip off some tweets and in 8 minutes put together a masterpiece to make everyone feel silly. But he was not pretty good for most of that game until he was unbelievable.
Yes.
And for me, I heard you guys talking on the show. I'm not worried about Jokic dominating offensively, really ever. But defensively, you know, it's a fair question. And so are they just going to score 137 points tonight? Or do they want to set the tone in the first quarter? All of them, not just Jokic, all of them defensively.
See, and I am finding myself more and more sympathetic to the plight of poor Nikola Jokic. It's the same plight as always, but like it's really exaggerated this year. He's just not that kind of defender. We know he's not that kind of defender. He's not a like get in between a guy sprinting to the rim and meet them at the rim and try to block the shot. Like he's a positional defender. And like the guys are getting past the point of attack so easily, so quickly, and with so much velocity. It's like, what do you want Jokic to do? Like he would foul out, like just trying to cover up for that. It's like he can't. So I feel bad for him, but he's also like even taking a step back from that.
I just
like,
think it fell below a threshold.
I agree.
It's not. I mean, trust me, man. I take no pleasure in sitting up here and pointing the needle at Jokic ever. This guy is virtually only ever helping this team win. But I do think like it's just been part of it. It's just been part of the equation, and it's not him. And you know, the more you try to put it all on one person, you're wrong because it's a team thing
For sure.
But,
Yeah.
but he is part of the equation. He's part of the equation.
I mean, it would never be put on Jokic, but it's just like he's put in a bad spot. They're putting him in a really bad spot. Perhaps that's why we're getting kind of a protesty kind of vibe from him. Who knows? Like he's a complex man, that Nikola Jokic. That's why I love him so much.
He certainly is. I really do feel like the tone that the Nuggets take usually is determined over the first 5 minutes of the game. If the Nuggets come out and, you know, Jokic is locked in defensively, that's going to set the tone for the game. And if he's not in the first couple minutes, we're just going to get a Nuggets defensive effort like we usually do. I'm preparing myself tonight for like a terrible game defensively.
Yeah, man.
Like,
I mean,
A
the
lot-
last
a
game
lot
of a
like
road
last
trip
game,
in
yeah.
Charlotte, you just have a feeling about how this game's going to go.
This game is going to look like the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Like LaMelo's gonna cherry pick.
He's
gonna try
out.
and oh, he is.
Yeah, he's out.
That's which is why I'm
They got
which is why I'm
Vasilicic
nervous.
starting.
By the way,
I guess,
That's why
did you
I'm
say
nervous.
that and I wasn't paying attention?
Yeah, that was in game notes. Yeah. You were man spreading on that couch over there.
Before I went into mansplaining the Denver Nuggets to everybody.
Yeah. So yeah, new starting lineup should be interesting tonight. You know, opening night starters there. Also in this game, I mean, they're down a point guard, no Russell Westbrook. You've got to think Jalen Pickett's going to be in the rotation today, and maybe even like a little Hunter Tyson action with Peyton Watson out. So there's some room here for some guys we spend very little time on to step up and have some notable games. There's going to be playing time available.
This is a sicko game.
Yep.
This is a fan fiction game. If you have deep desires about the way you'd like to see the plot of the Denver Nuggets movie playing out, this is a game for you. Like a little Jalen Pickett fanfic.
Yeah.
Like a little Hunter Tyson coming in, just knocking down shots. I'm ready for it, man. Like it's going to be just like a little breath of fresh air. It's like watching a new team today.
you know, it's funny you say that. If this is of course not causation, more correlation here, but the Jalen Pickett games have been some of the vibier games of the season because
Yep.
those have been the games in which they've been able to open the rotation up and win against admittedly not the stoutest of opponents, and this is certainly a night like that. However, I am not going to get too greedy because I watched the game yesterday, and Lord knows how close this one could be if Denver lets it be that way.
Yeah, I am actually excited to watch Jalen Pickett play, though. Pickett, he's past the point of like, oh, we have no idea what we're getting from him.
Yeah.
And I don't think the ceiling is that high, but the floor is pretty high. I feel like Pickett right now just going to come in and do his job and just kind of set the table, and offense is going to run, and it's not going to be anything unbelievable, but I have a lot of confidence that Jalen Pickett can give the Nuggets solid minutes.
I like what I see out of Pickett. Like,
Yeah.
I really think that he came in with the wrong mindset early on into his NBA career, and he just really thought he was going to bully people around in the paint in the NBA. He thought he was going to booty ball people down into the post, and like it just absolutely did not work. What he is good at, he has a really good shot, and he doesn't require a ton of separation. He doesn't require a ton of elevation, but it's like super reliable, and he's just getting the offense moving. Like he's just making a quick pass. You know, he's not looking for the home run pass all the time, but he's also just making good decisions with the
Knows
ball.
how to play basketball.
Yeah, it's
Defense too. He's in the right spots. He knows.
I
What to
like
do.
it. Obviously, like the career of Jalen Pickett is colored by Adam's like overly exuberant, like scouting of him. So we were all kind of like laughing early on about him just because it was funny to make fun of Adam for it. But he's a good player, man. He's a smart, good player. Like I want him to get more opportunities because I think he can be an Andre Miller type, like we always have said.
Yeah. All right, moving on. I don't know if you guys saw, there was a trade in the NBA this morning.
This one really blew my socks
Butler,
off.
right?
This might not Jimmy Butler, not De'Aaron Fox. And quick reminder, Thursday is the trade deadline. This coming Thursday, the 6th, and we will be live for a trade deadline special while the trade deadline is happening. 30 minutes before, 30 minutes after. We'll be live from these very seats, breaking down every trade that happens. And, of course, every Denver Nuggets trade that happens. I can't wait for that. One of my favorite days of the year. But there was a trade this morning. The Los Angeles Clippers
man. Ooh, this one's
are
crazy.
trading PJ Tucker,
Okay.
Mo Bamba,
Hell yeah.
a future second-round pick, and cash to the Utah Jazz
Whoa.
for Drew Eubanks and Patty Mills.
Wow.
I actually did have a thought about this because I was watching Mission Impossible Fallout last night.
Yeah.
And the brother henchman kind of looks like Drew Eubanks. That's the end of the thought. But I did have that. for
This
you.
trade makes me feel like it's tax season.
right.
And they're like all, oh, God.
By the way, that is
Everybody's looking at their books.
yes, dude.
By the way,
Shit,
that
we're
is
gonna
what's
have to-
happening.
We're going to have to comb a couple
there
million
is
off
not
here.
one basketball reason to make this trade. Is there? Am I missing something?
Well, the Jazz aren't making any trades for basketball reasons. They're trying to tank.
Even the Clippers, like,
tax
what do they
season
do?
for the
I'm just
Jazz,
saying,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
this is just
And
like,
the Clippers, yeah, I mean, PJ Tucker, he's wanted a trade from there forever. Mo Bamba, he sucks. Drew Eubanks is probably the best player in this deal.
Like, is
but
this
I mean, he's a backup center.
is this just like they just want to hang out with these guys kind of thing? This is a vibes trade? Like, Drew Eubanks is a better hang?
I mean, I can't imagine Drew Eubanks is a good hang.
he's one of the players we've seen
Maybe
up
he
close
is,
when
dude.
we were
You don't know that.
around
don't know
the courtside. He seems like a terrible hang.
I don't know. You know what I don't know what he's like as a hang. I was so convinced he was European till I
Yeah.
Googled it. Not European at all. So,
Well,
Oh,
I mean,
his
I,
name is Drew Eubanks.
well, I don't know. He just kind of has the look, man.
I would guess he has European heritage.
There you go. Now we're really getting
I
into the
mean,
weeds.
German or like Polish, probably.
But you guys don't think this changes the Western Conference landscape?
I don't think so. No. The reason I brought this trade up was not to discuss how it might change the Western Conference landscape. It's because PJ Tucker now is a prime buyout candidate.
God damn it. Oh, no.
He's probably going to get bought out from the Utah Jazz.
Oh God, dude, this is the funny thing. This is a be careful what you wish for scenario where we spent years and years bemoaning the fact that we were not players in the buyout market. Only the big boys like the Los Angeles Lakers, Miami Heat got access to these top players.
Yeah.
We finally got access to this very exclusive club. We got Reggie Jackson.
And
we
then
signed him to a
re-signed
terrible
him.
contract. It absolutely ruined our lives getting this great pleasure to be able to
Had to
sign
trade
buyout
3
candidates.
second-round picks.
Hooray for us.
PJ Tucker, though, he has played in 0 games this season.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. I think PJ. I was looking up the guy from Fallout. I think he does look like him. I think PJ Tucker is in the we don't have to do this anymore.
He's got to be cooked.
We
right?
don't have to do this anymore. I know we did it every year for 5 years, but like Trevor Ariza before him, he can rest. I think.
There's like a chart that guys that love the salary cap are like looking at, they're like, oh man, that was wow, what a trade.
Yeah. I just think it's been a long time since PJ Tucker was.
Yeah, no, there's not a basketball reason
allowed
to even
to shoot the
discuss this.
basketball,
Yeah, this is
so,
not a
yeah.
trade to discuss.
I did see some people bring it up, though. Could this be a guy the Nuggets are interested in? Look, I think if this was a couple of years ago, PJ Tucker does check some boxes
Sure.
of things the Nuggets would want. Veteran, tough,
Yeah.
sometimes can shoot. You know, you can slide him in there at the small ball, 4 or 5 maybe. He's over the hill. I think he's cooked. He hasn't played in a game this year. I just don't really see it. Also, I don't know if you saw Justin Holiday signed in Italy.
Somebody just said that.
Yeah.
Does that mean anything?
It's a 3-month deal.
I
So
mean,
could he drop that at any point?
I mean, some of these deals, they
Yeah.
have NBA outs and whatnot. I'm not sure, but I would guess he's going to be over there for the rest of the season.
This looks like him
Yeah, I can see it.
a little bit. All right.
Oh, a tall white guy.
Yeah, I know that actor. Yeah, looks familiar. All right. So we're out on PJ Tucker.
I mean, what are we talking about?
I just thought
PJ
I'd bring
Tucker
it up.
got his own name for the segment.
Yeah.
Wow, it's rough.
This is a
It's
short
rough
segment.
days, man.
No, Dev, but we can move on to our Bet365 picks for today.
I thought that was a Cedric super chat.
No.
You said no, Dev. I was like, he's not even here.
Our Bet365 picks are presented by Bet3. Where the hell is the read? Oh my God. Our pregame picks are presented by Bet365. Download the Bet365 app. Use code DNVR365. Deposit $10. Place a bet for $5. Get $150 in bonus bets. Must be 21 plus and physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, so do we just want to put them up here and we can talk through them and then create our own parlay?
I'll set the stage here.
Okay.
We'll look at it, this game through the lens of Vegas, in a manner of speaking. The Denver Nuggets are favored very heavily in this game. They are favored by 12.5 points.
Wow.
On the road in Charlotte.
Last game of the road trip.
Charlotte nightlife, undefeated. We all know this. LaMelo Ball, a monster, not playing, not an all-star. Denver Nuggets money line minus 800. Vegas is believing strongly in the Nuggets case to go into Charlotte and make everybody cry, make them their proverbial whatever. The over under 125 or excuse me 225 is the over under. I am so
pretty low.
I suspect this will be a very high scoring game.
I'm
Except
going over.
that,
Yeah, I kinda want the
except for
over.
that LaMelo Ball's out. I was counting on him to be the guy that
Yeah,
like, really
like, who's
pushes.
gonna score for
Who is
Charlotte?
going to score?
Whoever
for
is in the
Charlotte?
corner from 3. I mean, like, pick a guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that makes me a little nervous here. So I don't know. I might stick away from all point-based bets, but I will absolutely check out the money line minus 800 for the Denver Nuggets.
You're going with the money line of minus 800?
I'm just saying, like, as if you were to put money on or sprinkle anything, I just believe that is an outcome that I would feel strongly about that.
Dev does have a game line bet tonight.
Let's see what Dev has to say. We'll interpret his thoughts through his bets.
Denver team total over 117 and a half points.
So he thinks that Denver's going to score the hell out of the basketball.
Always a safe bet, really.
I think that's a great bet. In fact, I like that a lot better than the team totals for both because, yeah, like you say, I don't even know who's going to score for the gosh darn Hornets tonight. I don't even know who's on their squad. I would have expected it would have been Drew Eubanks, but
Miles Bridges.
You know, a lot
Mark
of guys
Wood.
are out tonight because Nick has even texted us or messaged us
I
once
know.
about this game.
yeah, I know. Miles Bridges, I guess, is their number one guy now at this point.
Yep.
Okay, tough.
Boo.
Tough. What else do we got here? Kale, let's take a look. So
All
then
right.
Dev also believes for the player prop, Christian Brown, over 18.5 points. Well, points plus rebounds at minus 115. Christian Brown, I'm certain his rationale for this is scoring at an unbelievable clip. There's a very good chance you could get that in points alone. He's also been rebounding, playing tough. Christian Brown has been no stranger to taking it to the rack, both on the offense and defensive side. So I actually like that bet quite a bit. Why wouldn't I? Dev came up with it. That means it's very well thought out and probably a smart investment.
And he's also in the starting lineup tonight.
And he's also in the starting lineup tonight. And what does he have? The lock of the game. Let's find out. Jamal Murray, over 20.5 points, minus 115. He's not here to say it. I'll say it. He's back. Fire it up. Fire it up, Kale. Jamal Murray has been lighting the Nets on fire, albeit in some losses and some things that people have argued have actually hurt the team, but it doesn't matter. We're betting simply on point totals, and I have to agree. Jamal Murray looks different. He looks like he's looking for his shot and he's wanting to score.
Yeah. I'd agree, man. It does feel like something shifted with Jamal, and it's not just the hair. I mean, I'm guessing he's still got the fro out today.
I think you got to keep that until you start losing.
Yeah.
You know?
He's got the confidence. It's funny, like, I feel like Jamal's not really, he is getting by some guys, but a lot of it is just like move, spin, step back, bucket.
The crazy thing is like that's always been Jamal. Like if you look, he's never like cooking guys. He's clever. He's shifty. He is able to work off of screens really well. He's able to find just a little bit of empty space in the mid range, and he has his primary shot is a fadeaway. So it's like he doesn't need to get like supreme separation because he gets it on the jump.
Yeah.
But it's more about the confidence, and not only the confidence, but when he's shooting the ball well, like there's a poetry in his shot that has returned. It doesn't feel so stilted and stiff. It's like the way that his body is moving together is like poetic. And like when that starts to happen and Jamal starts to feel it, it's great. Like you love to watch him shoot the basketball.
Yeah. I'm going to put together a little single game parlay here.
Let's see it. I'd love to hear it.
Let's
lay the foundation.
I can read some super chats while you put it together.
Sure. Let's go to some super chats.
Oh, look at that. It's one, and it's from Cedric. We want back-to-back wins.
We do want back-to-back wins.
Harrison, you got some homework, though. Win for you. Trade Zeke or Saric first?
Whichever one another team would want.
I know.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, definitely Zeke.
Yeah.
If you have the option of one guy to offload, it's definitely Zeke. He's making more money. He signed for more years. He's probably less playable right now.
It is very arguable that Zeke Nachi possesses the worst contract in the NBA.
Maybe.
If you look at, once you start to really drill down on potential trade scenarios and you realize how much more he makes than guys that are so much better than he is, and like what you would be able to, the guys you would even think to try and trade him for that are at the same value of player, you're like, oh my God.
He's up there with some mega CEOs as the most overpaid men in America.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, like, God bless him, more power to him, but it's not, the story the whole time with that contract was that it was in essence tradable because he's a good enough player that anybody would really want them on his team, and it helps to fill in the back of the salary matching requirements, which is always the hardest part of a trade.
Yep.
But it's proving to be the exact opposite. It's the albatross that nobody wants to take on. It's brutal.
Yeah. Okay, my parlay right now is Christian Brown over 14.5 points, Jamal Murray over 20.5 points, Jamal Murray over 6.5 assists, Christian Brown over 4.5 rebounds.
Dang.
So Jamal and Christian.
Yeah.
Loading up.
Should I just go with that?
Those guys have been playing well, man.
Harrison's big on our guard play. He loves it.
Love good guard play.
He's kicking it enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you should throw in there the Denver Nuggets to win.
See, but the problem is that doesn't boost me at all.
Oh.
I mean, that takes me from like plus 1,400 to the same. Doesn't even really improve the odds.
It literally doesn't move the line at all.
It doesn't.
Versus the distinct possibility of the Nuggets making this a game somehow.
Yeah, like I do not want to include
really
that.
Take it out, remove it. Then that's fine.
Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us in the pregame lounge. We're gonna go watch this game. Hopefully, we'll see you in a couple hours for the winners lounge.
Fun.
Talk to you then.
It could be fun.
We all silly like the mayor.